All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to call this podcast exactly, but I kind of want to talk about how being healthier is cheaper than not being healthy. And I don't think a lot of people realize that because I talk to a lot of these people. I think a lot of times when people come to me regarding health and wellness or fitness, and believe me, I'm not a guru in that subject. I only talk about my experiences. And I'm mainly, I guess you could say, a wannabe bodybuilder throughout my life. But I have studied my body and others, and I take a realistic approach when it comes to a lot of things. Losing weight, gaining weight. I am not some professional nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a trainer. I take a totally different approach when it comes to health and wellness, really. And it's based on what I've been through, and others that I've helped as well, I should say. And in this, podcast, what I want to kind of quickly talk about is how I always get backlash that's saying, kind of funny backlash like, it's too expensive to get in shape or it's too expensive to live a healthy lifestyle. The reality is, excuse me, let me get some water. The reality is it's a lot cheaper. People don't want to admit it. When you don't want to do something, you kind of come up with every excuse or expense why you can't do it, right? To a certain degree. So when you think, say you want to get in better shape, first you're thinking, oh man, I got to join a gym, or I got to go join yoga or Pilates, or I got to go do, spend money somewhere like that on a fitness center. You don't have to. I'm going to tell you, I've done podcasts. You can find a lot of places to work out for free. Now, if you're looking for weights or a certain type of environment, sure, you're going to have to pay. It's still on the average 30 to 40 bucks, and you can even do Planet Fitness for 10 bucks. So if you got to spend $1 a day on your health, do you think it's worth it? I would think so. But a lot of times, too, you may have friends that live in apartment complexes or has their own home gym, or you may even have equipment. You can also go in parks, again, and run or do certain things, certain exercises online for free. Again, it depends on what you want to get out of it. If you want a bodybuilding type body, then yeah, you're going to probably have to spend a lot more money. Okay, but if you're just looking to lose weight, there's a lot of things you could do that are affordable or free to do it. You could even do yoga in the park, I think. They have donations where you donate whatever you have. It could be $3, $5, whatever. You could go to YouTube and do yoga in your own house, most likely for free if you have a phone or a television. I could go on and on with that, but let's put that aside. Now, food. One of the things a lot of people talk to me about is food. They're like, I got to go to Whole Foods. I got to get on a diet. I got to cleanse. No, you really don't. You can if you want to. You could go to Trader Joe's, to shop. You could get really good foods there. You could go to your local grocery store or whatever. You don't have to always go to a high-end store like Publix. I live in Florida, and it's a great store. I get a lot of people complain it's expensive. But there's other places like Aldi, Winn-Dixie. You can find places, too, and if you look for sales, right, you can find healthy food. You don't have to think eating Whole Foods, and I'm nothing against Whole Foods. God bless them. They have great products. If you can't afford that, you can still make good, healthy food without them. It's kind of obvious. And here's the other thing I talk about too. When it comes to people not even realizing how much more money they're spending compared to if they were healthier or just living a healthier lifestyle is portion control. A lot of times when you do truly want to lose weight or get in better health, you might want to pay attention to your portions. Now, if you want to get big and massive, actually it's the flip. Get ready to spend a lot of money because you're going to have to consume a lot of food. Maybe even supplements if that's what you want to get into. And if you want to get mega big, now you're talking different things. You may want to get on different things. It could be steroids. It could be growth hormone. It could be whatever. But that's a whole different thing where it's going to flip and become expensive. But most people are not looking to become a professional bodybuilder or do all these things. They're just looking to get in better shape. And one of the things they should start considering is backing up on their portion control. A lot of people eat too many meals, maybe throughout the day sometimes, and their portions are too big. So even when going out to eat or when buying groceries, back up on both. You're going to save a lot of money there. I'm just telling you. You may not even realize it. And also, a lot of people hit me up and go, I can't, it's too expensive to buy a lot of good food, like when going out or healthy food. That can slightly be true, but how you can offset it is not buying as much junk food. But I think a lot of people think buying junk food throughout the day, even once a day or whatever the case may be, it's cheap. It's not as cheap as you think anymore to eat at fast food. And believe me, I like fast food. And, if you like jump into chips or junk food too, I get it. We're all going to do this shit. But again, if you back off on certain things, it's going to save you money. So when you do go out and you kind of, again, not eating as much, Maybe even cutting back on going out to eat. Now, I can't do that. I like going out to eat. But also, a lot of people I know, I should throw this in there, when they're heavy, or I shouldn't even say obese, but they're, thinking about how can I afford to live a healthier lifestyle? They don't even realize all the money they're spending out, not only on themselves, but others and the places they're going to. And a lot of times when they're out, again, it's just kind of a lazier type lifestyle, I should say. Because you may be, when eating out or going out a lot, sitting around for long periods of time, where instead of maybe sitting around and eating more meals out or going through drive-thrus and all that, you're going to replace that with doing something healthy. It could be walking again, it could be going to the gym, it could be doing whatever you're doing. Also, you may be wanting to do things with other people again that is healthy and kind of takes the place of you spending money. It's kind of like, I used to say, people that worked on weekends a lot of times, they always had a lot more money because while we were out partying and doing things on weekends, they were working. So not only were they not spending money, right, they were making money. So it's kind of like a big swing. Instead of me going out and, say, spending $200 that Friday night, my friend would go make $200. So now I got to make, I spent the $2, he made the $2. Plus, he never spent the $2. So it's like almost a $400 swing to a certain degree. Because if he was with me, he would have spent the same amount of money. So I think when it comes to, again, healthier lifestyle, you can start doing things, again, like I just said, that's going to replace you spending money. And it doesn't even mean restaurants. It can mean a lot of things. Instead of Friday night, you and your girlfriend, you and your wife say it's date night or whatever, you may just consider and saying, hey, let's go to the gym, because I do this sometimes, and let's pick up maybe some rice. She likes Chinese food or something. But we still, believe me, we go out a lot. But a lot of our days, instead of just saying, let's go to happy hour together all the time, or let's go out and drink all the time, we replace it with walking, or we'll replace it going to the gym. Or, replace it with something like, instead of having a full meal, let's just have a cup of coffee. And I am going to kind of wrap it up with this. I don't want to get these long. My mother used to say to me all the time when I was traveling, I'd go in a coffee house and I'd spend $5, $6 on coffee. This is years ago when Starbucks and all them were really kind of just in their infancy. And she'd be like, are you crazy, $5? But I used to say, Mom, I only spend $5 on, say, a cappuccino or somewhere. Most guys I know, they go sit, a lot of them, not most, but I grew up in an environment where most guys go sit in a bar for 2-3 hours, or even at night watching sporting events, and they would blow $20, $30. I'm here on my computer either writing a book, working on a screenplay. But I also would try to understand that I don't always have to eat. I can replace it with a nice healthy cup of coffee, or I don't know if it's that healthy, or tea, or even just drinking water. And a lot of us don't want to hear this. But I'm telling you right now, again, and I will wrap it up officially with this, is another thing that comes up a lot of times is like, I'm going to have to get supplements, I'm going to have to get a trainer, I got to do all this shit. You don't. Your phone's your trainer. You don't always have to spend money. Maybe there's people in the gym that can help you. Maybe you can find a workout partner. And again, supplements. I haven't taken supplements in 25 years. It's one of the most asked questions I get with a lot of guys, especially middle age. What have you been taking in your life? I don't take shit, man. I usually take 2 Flintstones I talk about. Haven't even taken those probably in a year or 2. I used to, like 23 or 4 years ago, through creatine in my smoothies. And even in the last year, I've really backed up on smoothies, even getting protein powder and things in that nature. Again, you don't need all these added things, especially at the beginning. Take a total natural approach. Totally natural. Go the other way. Almost pretend like you're off the grid. You could be in Hawaii. I don't care if you're in Jamaica. I don't care if you're in the Bahamas. I don't care what you're doing. Try to flip it and not spend money. If you're trying to save money, or you believe you have to spend a lot of money, because a lot of people get conned when trying to get healthy. And I don't mean to throw any gym under the bus, but as you know, if you a lot of times go to sign up at a gym, not only do they want to sign you up, your entire family up, then they want to get you to get a trainer, and then before you know it, the trainer's telling you what supplements you got to buy, and then they're telling you all the different types of diets you may want to get on, and you may want to do it, like I said earlier, a cleanse, and you got to do all this shit and live this lifestyle. Create the lifestyle that works for you. But I'm telling you, don't think getting healthy is going to destroy you financially. It's not. The one thing I will say you will not get unscathed with is your clothes. If you plan on getting bigger or smaller, be prepared. You have to get clothes that fit you. I would first go consignment or resale. I've done tons of videos on that. That is one thing you cannot avoid, So you got to look at it that way. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there. If you want to know more, I teach a program, Mastering Self-Confidence. You could go to richcelenza.com, but I truly want people to understand you can create the lifestyle that you want affordably, right? And create a blueprint that works specifically for you. But don't think a lot of times what people are telling you or what you've been through in the past is how it always has to be. It doesn't. All right, take care.